Sawadika. Hello. If you guys saw my last video, you know that I want to learn to speak Thai. I want to learn to understand Thai. And so for those of you who reached out to me and offered to practice Thai with me and I could help you with your English, I really appreciate you guys so much. And like I told you in the email, I suddenly became unavailable because Mark had a little injury. Thank goodness he's doing fine now, but we did have a little bit of a scare. You know, we spent some time at one of the local hospitals, but all's well that ends well. Since that time, I signed up at a language school here in Bangkok because I thought that I would benefit from in-person lessons. And let me tell you, I loved the school. I loved the people at the school. It is just really a nice environment. But I also just got this crazy deja vu feeling of being in school, and it really caught me by surprise. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. So those of you guys that know me in real life, you know I've been to a lot of school in my lifetime. But those of you that know me also know that I dropped out of university at a very young age and then went back later. And so what I learned through this experience of going to the Thai language school is that I really have a phobia of school. I really don't like school. Now, all my life, I pretty much thought that I kind of liked school because I've gone to so much school. But it turns out, and I know this, I know what I like about school. I like the social interaction. I like chit-chatting between classes. I like going out for coffee between classes. Just all the social things that go along with school. The actual dynamic of sitting in a classroom, it just really took me back to a very uncomfortable place. Now, I'm a good student. I've always gotten good grades. I will show up to class and listen. I will take excellent notes. But please, please, please don't ask me to participate in class because I am not one to participate in the discussions. Even though I like to talk so much in real life, in a classroom setting, it just brings the fear and anxiety up in me so much. And I've been this way my entire life, but school, as you know, is a means to an end. From a very young age, as very little kids were put in these situations, and what I've realized now, it's just not for everyone. So as much as I want to learn Thai, when I was at this school, I just got so uncomfortable. Now, I decided to take one-to-one private lessons because I thought that would eliminate any fear of speaking out in class. And it's very weird because when I'm out in the streets or going to the shops, just talking to people casually, like I have no problem speaking to people. I mean, I can speak to anyone. But in that classroom setting, I am deathly afraid. I don't know if it stems from some particular instance from when I was little or it's just always been that way. So even though it was only my crew and myself, my instructor and myself in the class, when she would want me to perform on the spot, because that's kind of what language learning is, you're performing on the spot. The way my brain works, I just don't compute things that quickly. And it was I'm a wimp. Like, I couldn't do it. I was just so uncomfortable. And I asked myself, okay, why am I doing this? It's not fun. As much as I loved my teacher and I loved all the people at the school, but I was making myself sick. I mean, we have a nice life here in Bangkok. In the last couple of weeks with me trying to go to these classes, I've pretty much upset the apple cart here in our house. But the good thing about this experience is, one, it's made me realize that I really do not like school, and I was just doing what I had to do to get what I needed to get, basically, or do what I had to do because that's what you have to do. But it also has me thinking about all of the other ways to learn to speak another language. I mean, I have friends who English is not their first language, and they learn to speak English watching soap operas, particularly As the World Turns. You know who you are. Also, there's so many resources online, videos. Oh my gosh, the TikToks. There's just so much. So while I am still pursuing my goal to learn to speak Thai, I really was thrown for a little bit of a loop this week because I am not going to learn it, I guess, in the traditional way. And maybe what I think the traditional way is really isn't. And most people who learn a second language really learn by being immersed in the environment. I don't know. It's just a whole weird thing I've gone through this week. And it definitely answers a lot of questions about my personality, what I like, what I don't like. And I really am learning a lot of that during this time, because I have time to figure those things out and don't basically have a checklist of things I have to do, like go to school, get a job, learn a skill, you know. Now I'm making all of these decisions on my own without any box to check or any need to fill. So it's just been an interesting journey, and I'm enjoying it, and I just wanted to keep you guys up to date. So yes, learning Thai, still a priority. Just I have to figure out the best way for me to learn.